My camera died, so we're gonna use my phone. I just put some of my curl cream in my hair. I've washed my face. I use CeraVe. It works good. I posted this on my story, my Instagram story, like, I think just yesterday, I don't know, sometime this week, about how, like, just because things are hard or difficult or uneasy or stressful, like, it doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be bad. Like, it probably sounds dumb and counteractive, but even if it is bad, that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be bad. Like, that's just how it is, and you can choose to have joy in that and choose to have to look at things that are better and helpful. Just putting some mousse in my hair, which is low, but I have another one, but I'm not gonna go grab that. I'm just gonna use this. And I was gonna answer some questions that some people had showed me or asked me like a while ago that I meant to put in a video, and I'm using my phone, so I don't know. I might do a little bit of makeup today, so I might have to stop that and then sneak into my bedroom, and go get like some makeup so then I can answer the questions during that. Which I don't really know if anyone even cares that much about what I have to say, which I think is funny that I said that because podcast. That's really the biggest thing when it comes to, I think, doing social media stuff. Even like podcast is social media stuff. It's just carving out the time to do it and like allowing yourself to have the energy and space to like do that and like pour into the things that you want to pour into and that you like to do and that you're good at, or just try it. Like, it's okay if this podcast never ever really gets super popular. It's okay if I never make a dime off of this podcast. I'd really like that, but it's okay. I really enjoy doing it and growing, and I want to continue growing in it and enjoying it and learning new things about myself and the things that I can do, and honestly learning more about God and the things that He can do. That's more important. But we have an innate, that's the word that I want. Human beings were created for something. Everybody always feels that way and is always like, well, what's my purpose? Like, what was I created for? It's like, well, yeah, you know, like you just know that you were created for more than just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. No matter how many of you say that, that's fulfilling. I know that either that's crap and you're just saying that because you know it's crap, or you're in the stage where it's really fun and you don't recognize how dangerous and unfulfilling those things are. Anyway, not to sound like an old lady. Back in my day. Where was I going with that? My point being is, like, I think we get excited about this stuff, and I think we have the desire to do these things because we want to see what God made us for. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I know the things I'm good at and the things I'm bad at. But even with that, I feel like I like psych myself out and I'm like, well, what are you actually good at? Like, you're not really good at blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, what if I tried a podcast or social media? I think I could do it, but I won't know until I try. So I tried, and I'm glad I tried. I'm gonna pause and come back. Question that I was asked for: what's my favorite verse? And if I'm excited for fall, and like, what do I love about fall? So my favorite Bible verse, which I have talked about before in a podcast, that's always kind of a hard question for me because There's just so many. Sorry. Because on the one hand, like my favorite Bible verses, I have like two and they're kind of saying the same thing. And I just think it's funny that like my favorite Bible verses are reminders that I need for the things that I struggle with the most. So like Exodus 14:14, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. And Psalm 46:10. Oh, I almost started quoting Psalm 23, which I do love Psalm 23. Psalm 46:10 is, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted over all the earth. Those are like three of my favorite verses. And it's just that like reminder. I just need that reminder, like that the Lord is my shepherd, that he is all I need, that I am to be still, that he is God and I am not. My husband and I were just talking about that today because we've been reading through Job. And sorry if you couldn't hear me. Anyway, I was saying my husband and I have been reading through Job. And it's been long. And let me tell you something. Reading through Job, it's like, so we picked Job because we both were like, what should we read? And we both felt like God was saying Job. And we were like, okay, we're going to read Job. But we're a little scared now because if you're telling us that we need to read Job, then to me, that's saying that we're gonna have some Job in our life. We're gonna have a little season of Job. And not that that's a bad thing, like I was just saying before, like just because there's something hard in your life, this is kind of like the whole like premise of Job. Just because there's something bad that happens in your life doesn't mean that like one, it doesn't mean it's God's fault. And two, it doesn't mean that God's not in control. It doesn't mean that it's like the end of the world and everything's bad and there's nothing to be joyful about because God is good and sovereign. And right now, we just read, I think, chapter 41. Sorry, I'm making sure. Yeah. Anyway, oh, duh. I have this mirror. I don't need the big mirror. I have this mirror. My eyes can have some, ooh, this mirror is dirty. Anyway, so we just read about the Leviathan. And the Leviathan, to us, sounds like some kind of big old, like, crocodile dinosaur. So, not crocodile like now, today, but some kind of like crocodile dinosaur thing. Also, I need a pause. I'm going off on a tiny little rant. Okay. So, this rant is kind of sponsored by my husband because my husband loves dinosaurs. He loves dinosaurs. And I do too. I think they're cool, but like he's my little dino geek, okay? So, when we were reading chapter 40, I think it was chapter 40, we were reading about the behemoth and reading its description. And as we're reading it, I'm like, you know what? Almost kind of sounds like something like a rhino or elephant or something like that. But then there were just certain things that like didn't make sense because like a behemoth has a really long tail. Have you seen an elephant's tail? It ain't long. It ain't long. So I was like, what is this? It's definitely got to be some kind of dinosaur because God made dinosaurs. I saw that on a little coloring page today when I was trying to look up pictures of behemoth and leviathan. Anyway, a long tail, and it has a very like long. Sorry. Like it says you can't meet its eye. So like it's tall. It has a tall face, and so Peter and I were talking, and we were talking about it, and I was like, see, it kind of sounds like it's some kind of like elephant rhino thing, but it's not. It doesn't make sense. And he was like, yeah, it's almost like, oh no, I don't know the word because I'm not a huge dinosaur lover. I won't say geek, like my husband. And I don't think Stegosaurus is the right word either. Man, I feel dumb. I'll try to find a picture. If I can get talented enough and put a picture in here, then I will. But Do you know what dinosaur eats grass and has a really long tail and a really strong tummy and a really long neck that you can't meet its eye? One of those stegosaurs, one of those guys. Not an elephant. So this is my rant. I'm totally off topic and I don't remember where I was going. This is my rant. The main point of my rant. Apparently people out here thinking a behemoth is an elephant. I looked up a picture of Leviathan and Behemoth. Do you know what I saw? I saw a fuzzy, tall, elephant tusked thing. A hair that's not in the description. I don't know. People be wilding, yo. I don't know where they got that. Sorry, I'm just like gouging my eye out. I don't know where they. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. I think what I was trying to say is my husband and I have been reading through Job and indeed have felt like Job in many areas of our lives. So Job went through many hardships in his life too, many challenges and struggles too, and we definitely can relate to that. But it's just moving to a new town, being so young and not knowing anybody but each other and the people you work with, that's hard. Living in a town where there's not really a lot of women my age, that's hard. Living far away from family members and other friends that we've had, or that we still have, that's hard. And that's not even including, personal things that, like, I go through, and personal things that, like, my husband goes through or has gone through. And then that doesn't even include, like, the things that we've gone through together. And it's hard, but I'm thankful that we're here and that we're going through these things, because there's so much to learn, and it's not bad. It's just hard, and it just is the perfect opportunity. It puts us in the perfect place and gives us the perfect opportunity to rely on God more and trust in Him, and ooh, that brush itched my face. And just rely on Him, just lean on Him. And there's a song by, I believe it's Capital City Worship, and it's called Lean Back. And I really like that song because it's like, sorry, I have something in my eye. Because it's just that reminder that we can lean back. Sorry, I think I have like an eyelash in my eye. Oh my gosh. It's just that reminder that we can lean back into the arms of the Lord, that He loves us and takes care of us, and that He can, and that He is more than able to. I don't know if this is backwards, by the way. I don't know if I shouldn't have waited to put that powder on before this, but that's not what's important. What's important was what I'm trying to say. And yeah, there's always going to be Job moments in our life. Like, it really bothers me, and I get it. I don't like going through suffering too. I don't like going through hard trials and stuff like that. I don't necessarily love where a few things are at in my life right now. That doesn't mean like God's not good, and that doesn't mean like my life sucks. That doesn't mean that I suck. That doesn't mean my husband sucks. That doesn't mean our marriage sucks. That's just what life is. And it really bothers me when people are like, what's the point of blah, 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 because life sucks, or like they like have a hard time with trials. Like, I get it. But if you react poorly in every trial and let that trial like take hold of you every single time, then like you have no game plan. Does that make sense? Like, if you don't have a game plan for your trial, I feel like you're screwed. Or like, if you always feel like you're getting screwed over, I don't know if any of this is making sense. I might be too tired to explain this, but I hope that makes sense. Because This is it. This is what it is. This is what it is. Oh, help me, Lord. I think he's helping me. I hope. I know he's always helping me. Let me say that. People act like life is supposed to be perfect all the time, and that things aren't supposed to go wrong. And so when things do go wrong and don't go their way, they kind of have a big tantrum, and they feel like people are out to get them. But reality is, like, it's just life. Things happen. Like, that's hard. Of course life's hard. Of course these things are going to happen. But it just is. And that's just part of being a human being, is going through hardships. And I'm so thankful that I have the Lord and that I can trust in him and that he is trustworthy and that he doesn't fail. He's not going to fail. He never will. And he never has. And I'm really thankful for that. Hopefully this doesn't look bad. I can't really tell. I think it looks fine on camera, but watch. I'm gonna like walk out of this room and someone's gonna be like, someone being like my husband or my mom's gonna get here because my mom's coming down to visit us. But they're gonna be like, are you okay? I think you put too much. Anyway, that was my first question. That was the first question, was my favorite Bible verse. And then I just kind of went on a rant. And then I went on a rant within that rant about leviathans and behemoths and accuracy of the Bible. That's important, honestly. That's really important. I'm about to like jump on my high horse. No, not high horse. That's not the right word. I don't want that word. Anyway, it's important that people are accurate about the Bible. Or try your interpretation of the Bible. It ain't the only one. It is not the only one. And it shouldn't be. Second question that I was asked. It was a 2-for-1. Because there was 2 questions in the one. What was it? It was, am I excited for fall? Which again, these questions were like a while ago. It was, am I excited for fall? And what do I love about it, I think? I'm excited for fall. I love fall. It's my favorite. I almost said holiday. Fall is my favorite season. I love fall. It's my favorite season, so I'm very excited for it. I'm really glad that the seasons turned and changed. Oh, no. This might be too dark for me. Oh, well. I'll mess with it later. We'll see if it really is too dark. We'll see. My favorite thing about fall is the beauty of fall. I love the colors changing. It's one of my favorite things, is just watching the seasons change and the colors, and I love all being cozy and stuff. I think my husband's coming. I love you! Are you eating candy?
No.
What candy are you eating?
I'm not eating candy.
Can I have a kiss? I love you. Oh, hey, does this look too tan? Does my face look too tan?
No.
Okay, perfect. I love you. Thank you. Le detour. What was I saying? Fall. I love how cozy it is. I love sweaters. I think my best style is the fall and winter season. I also am a huge fan of the fall holidays. I love carving pumpkins. I love candy corn. Sue me if you don't like candy corn. But I don't know. My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. I really love Christmas. I do love Christmas. I think it's like a tie, honestly. Every time I think about it, and the older I get, I really love both of them because I love, obviously, Christmas is Jesus' birthday, even though it's actually not the day that he was born on. But that's when we celebrate it. Can you hear that? He's playing Mario Kart without me. I don't know. I just like the fall. I think I've kind of abandoned that question and beaten it over the head. So I apologize. I think what I'm going to do is kind of focus and just do my eyeshadow. I've been watching Friends. We've been watching Friends a lot lately. And so, like, I kind of want to do a cute little, like, soft smoky eye. But I'm also like, girl, you don't need to do that much. You do not need to do that much. But I might. Or I might meet it in between. So I'm gonna stop here, figure out what I want to do, and then maybe I'll like be quiet and be awkward and like do my eyes. Or maybe something will just pop in my head and we'll talk about it. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. We'll see. Going to go in with my little zing. Oh my gosh, so my friend's wedding I was in this summer. I do need this, actually. Don't mind how, if you can tell, it's really gross. It needs wiped down, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, my friend's wedding that I was in this summer, her makeup artist used this palette. I was like, you can make beautiful things, which I do love this palette. It came from Target like a couple years ago, but let's see. So how are you? How have you been? Have you been enjoying the podcast? Have you been enjoying the video of me kind of like just rambling and mini ranting? Are you gonna unsubscribe? See, this one is way darker than this one. I'm going for like, I think that cute like fall smoky thing. See, and this is my thing. So I really want to do like just like a matte lid, or like a lid that's not super shiny. I guess same thing. But I have this thing in me that I'm always like, make it shiny. So maybe I'll do, there's a shade called Polite, and it's a little shiny. Maybe that'll be the lid. Oh my gosh, should I go for like, should I make like a pumpkin like cream cold brew type of eye? That sounds stupid. I mean, it sounds cute, honestly. I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or judge anybody. I feel like I've been real judgy. And that's like exactly the opposite of what I want to do in this podcast. I don't know if I've mentioned this before in an episode, and maybe y'all wouldn't even listen. I know some people, and I get it. I am kind of one of those people that like, my mom's calling me. Okay, pause. My mom called me, so I did a little over here in this eye, like I took a little cozy on a brush, and I'm just trying to make like that like little V. So like a little there, oh, boop, and a little there. I'm gonna, hold on. I don't think this looks how well, maybe it's not that bad. It's okay, I'll kind of clean it up a little bit. How we looking? Little dusty. Right, a little dusty. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted to do, is pull it in more. There we go. There we go. Cute. Oh my gosh, this is so pumpkin. It's so cute. Look at me just like not knowing anything. Okay, I think I'm ready for the lid. I think. Oh, wait. Oh, this is smart. Do a little attached. And just, yeah, that's what I should have done afterward. There we go. I love how this is turning out a little heavier than what I wanted it to be. It's okay. Watch, by the time my mom gets here, we're probably not gonna even go and do anything, which is fine, but at least I'm making content, unless I'm just doing this, right? Okay, I'm gonna use this brush. Don't ask me what it is called. It's just called All Over Eyeshadow by Mary Kay. It was a gift. I'm gonna put Polite. Do I want Polite? I'm gonna tap it. Is that what I want? I think polite might be too... Give me a second. Oh my gosh, I can't with the Mario part. It's too funny to me. You know what? Let me do a little this. A little bit of this. I think that's making it a little better. I'm kind of torn. Maybe I'll take some silky with my finger on my finger. That's a... I don't know. Sometimes when I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'm just like, finger paint. Just finger paint. I think it's cute. I think I'm too in my mind and I need to put mascara on to like really vibe with it. Because I think I did something actually. I think it actually looks really good. Okay. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. I've been keeping it in my waistband so it was nice and warm. I'll come back with the final like face done and fit done. Sounds good. It's officially a different day. I just wanted to say thank you for watching the video that you just finished watching. I am sorry that the ending was kind of so quick and abrupt and that I didn't really get to show off like the whole makeup, face vibe, and the whole outfit. But that's life. Sometimes life happens and you just kind of need to be quick and you can't always do things. And spending time with family and stuff like that, you know, that's more important than this video. Sorry. You are important though. You matter. Yeah, I hope you have a really great day and I really hope you enjoyed the video.